We are the dream team of Japan. Today our topic is, of course, Japan. Work in Japan seems to be very important these days. They will always value work and just seen it as part of their day-to-day lives. So take an example, the rice fields. People always worked and worked for them in order to have some food in their stomachs. So our report will fully explain all about the different views of work, but for now we're going to talk about, you guessed it, Japan. So, me, Nora, Josie and Steffi are going to introduce Japanese people and labor to make it easier for you to understand them in less than 10 minutes. As well, we have picked the top 5 perspectives which are the most important for Japan. So, why don't you follow me to learn more about the Japan?
But first of all, what is work? There are many ways to define it, but as Wikipedia defines it, is that the effort applies to produce a deliverable or accomplished task. For the people in Japan, work is their life. The whole assignment for us was to discover the complexities of work in Japan and how they are perceived by the people.
The political system of Japan consists of a democratic constitutional monarchy. The population is about 125 million people, and it's a big topic that currently the population is very aging, so yet people decide to get less and less babies to do their need to work. So it's basically a really funny fact that currently there are more existing pets in Japan than actually children. The main religions are Shinto and Buddhism, and Japan is one of the last collectivistic Asian countries in the world.
And now we are going to briefly introduce the perspective from the bad books and also our own perspectives. So we have work in order to survive, work in order to get freedom from the nature and environment. Then we have work as alienation from their jobs, work when you're treated as human beings, then when you can gain something for yourself or a higher status. Then we have work based on your beliefs and also traditions. And then we have work when you have to manipulate someone, and finally work when you need someone else in order to pursue your personal goals.
We got it!
With the following, we are going to introduce you to our top 5 from Japan.
Number 5 of our ranking is work as an entertainment. So many of the Japanese enjoy the entertainment in order to create an illusion of social life. Why is it? So basically the stress level in Japan is really high and people are searching for things that can entertain them in order to get away from their stress level and especially their work environment. So now we're going to ask questions. Hi Eva, may I ask you a question?
Of course.
So, would you ever want to get paid for cleaning someone's ear? No. Okay, thank you very much. So, that you know, in Japan it is really common. We have an example, more accurately, cuddling coffees, where basically schoolgirls are really doing some services, including the cleaning thingy of your ear.
Number 4, work as caring. It's mostly something for females, working out of love, normally unpaid. It's the role of the women in the society in Japan. We will mostly focus on the roles of the female because in the future it will be a big dilemma. Hey David, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you willing to quit your job in order to take care of elderly?
No.
Okay. In Japan, females are expected to quit their jobs in order to take care of their children and their elderly, so basically of the whole family. 3. Work as personal fulfillment. Work should be something which is fun and rewarding, and it should have meaning. Japanese want to find their inner harmony and reason for being. Hey Matthijs, do you mind if I ask you a question?
No problem.
Would you sacrifice your life in order to do something you believe in?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, right. During the Second World War, Japanese suicide pilots sacrificed their life because they believe it is their duty for the country.
So for our silver medal, we have work as service. In Japan, working for your community, for your family, it's a big part of their culture. So, for example, hey, Lisa, hi.
Hi.
Did you know that in Japan, children clean their classroom themselves?
Oh no, I did not know that, but that's pretty impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
So, as you see, children grow with this feeling of responsibility for their community, and which is very impressive for them.
Our number one perspective, work as an identity. This perspective is important in order to reach your further goals because you are dedicated to your line of work. And then you ask why? Because working such long hours creates stress. Therefore, when a job becomes an identity, it becomes a part of who you are, making work more enjoyable. A lot of Western people would not say that their current work represents their identity, though Japanese people tend to be more focused when a job represents their identity.
By considering all of the perspectives, in order to work in Japan and to be successful in motivating the Japanese employees, we came to the following assumptions and our main HR advice. First of all, it is important to give the employees space to have free time in order to enjoy themselves by working on their social relations.
Secondly, by creating a new work environment, by improving social security programs in order to decrease the amount of employees leaving their job, maybe because of taking care of their family. Moreover, it is important to create an equal labor market.
In order to create a higher efficiency within the company, we could possibly include a reward system to motivate the employees and increase their self-esteem.
Another important aspect could be create a workplace where a sense of community will be perceived, since Japan is a collectivistic country.
Our last aspect of our HR advice is dealing with making sure that the job that is chosen for the employee fits to their own ideals.
In conclusion, there are things that we cannot change. We have made a decision that the Japanese people have such strong sense of tradition and culture. Even if there would be suggestions of giving people more money, there would be little agreement. What will have to be changed is the way that the companies work and treat their employees. At this time, without changing the mindset, the change of the company would not be possible. However, also, the thinking of the community is too deep, and there would have to be step-by-step changes to create a different work environment.